3. Attempt number 3, Restream. I mean, you would think you're paying $50 a month now. Paying 50, that's not a cheap feat. Restream. Restream. That is not a cheap feat, Restream. I need you to do better. That is not a cheap feat. You know, $50 a month. All right, Restream. I'll go back to StreamYard and I'll fight y'all tooth and nail to get a refund. So y'all, it's only day 3 for y'all. It's only day 3. We need to get it right. All right, everybody. So thank y'all for joining the first 2 attempts. Thank you guys for joining the first 2 attempts. I'm still working on this and still figuring this thing out. Come on back on, join in, shoot me a like. You could also share. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and jump into sharing my screen again. I really want you guys to see the process, and it has not been as friendly as I thought it should be so far. Give me 1 second here. Share my whole screen. Put me down at the bottom. All right, so now we're getting back to it. Let's get back to it. But yeah, right here. Let's go back to the live. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live across the board again. Let's build this back up again. All right, here we go. So this is Tyler. Tyler is Restream sending me a summary. Yeah, y'all. I may need to be. I need to prorate something because you guys are. All right. So here's Tyler. Tyler is an aspiring model, also an aspiring actor. We did these headshots for. Did we do a comp card? I think I did a comp card for him, though. I believe I did. I think I did. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I believe I did. I believe I did a comp card. All right, here we go. But Tyler is, I believe Tyler is, was he like 14, 13 or 14? He's young, but he's a big boy. Tyler is a big boy. He's almost my height. Phenomenal young man too. Great young brother. He's on his way. Shout out to his mom, Ty Jackson. She has been invested in his process and his journey as a model and a father. I don't even want to leave out the dads. I'm a big advocate for good men being in the picture, especially when it comes to the kids. So shout out to Pops, shout out to moms. His future is bright, man. He's gonna do some great things. So shout out to them. Seriously. But I really like this picture though. This came out really nice. Let's see how I want to do that. I want to make them bigger. I think I can make them, let's see the other ones first. I don't want to do too much, make them too big. She definitely was big. So I'm going to blow him up just a little bit more. It's all about how you portion everything too. The small details, man. It's the small stuff. All right, so boom, the thing I like about Photoshop again is that you're working in layers, right? All these that you see on the all these boxes on the right-hand side, these are layers. Yeah, these are layers. I was talking yesterday about my process and my journey when it comes to editing. I've been editing. I think I said I've been doing editing photos yesterday, which I want to clarify. It wasn't photos, but I've been editing for about 11, 12 years, probably longer than that. Probably I've been editing because I started off doing graphic designs on Microsoft Word. That's what it was. I started doing graphic designs on Microsoft Word. And if you're familiar with Word, then you know that a lot of whatever you're doing on Microsoft Word, it's on a flat surface. And when I say flat surface, it just means that you're not getting these layers on the right-hand side, which means I could actually focus on individual layers in my editing process. See what I just did there with the deleting that? That's because I'm working in layers. It makes it a lot easier. You know, I can create a layer at the bottom, which will be the circle by itself. And then I can add the person on top of it as another layer. And then from there, I could actually mask it. And from the mask, I can invert or select the person, invert the person, and then I can actually work around that like I just did. So you guys will see that multiple times over. But I want to try something different with his, right? I have an idea. Because I've been working with I want to see if AI could actually fill in his shoulders, right? So we already know that I've cropped out the backdrop. I want to see if AI could actually fill in the shoulders. So what I want to do here is I'm going to build a box and see how well AI. Let me make sure it's straight. I want to build a box around his shoulders, and I want to see if AI could actually complete the image. I think it'd be dope if it can though. I would be surprised. AI has been, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So let me see the plus sign right here on the shoulder. See if I can extend that out. Bring it down. I won't say I'll be surprised, but it will be impressive though. It will be impressive. Then I'll go down here to regenerative fill. Oh, here we go. Regenerative fill. I don't think it's going to do it. It's not going to do it. No. You should do it. You should do something. It usually does, but it's not. It's fine. It was just an idea because I like a full picture. I really love this photo, but I love a full photo, like a full frame. So if it could have completed that and just finished the shoulders off for me, that would have been perfect. Which is fine. It's fine. We'll deselect. Let's go back. I'll show you guys what I did again. Again, I put the circle in the background as a layer underneath. And then what I did before was I would go to the layer box, hold my control and left click on that. See how it created the marching ants, what they call it. That means that object is selected. Then I will go back to my main box. And with the object selected, which puts the focus on the actual box. But as I have the object that is selected, which is supposed to be the box, but I do have my person highlighted, which means now I could actually work on within the circle, which is a selected object. So anything inside the circle, I can now delete if I choose to. So let me do that with my brush tool because this is a mask. See how I could delete this, but it won't delete the actual anything outside of the box. I can delete everything inside the box and everything outside will actually stay the same, right? Control Z. But if I hold Control Shift I, which inverts everything, which means now everything outside of the circle is subject for deletion, where I could actually alter, right? I'm giving y'all a master class on this Photoshop stuff. I'm a big fan. See how I just deleted that on the outside, just the bottom half? Now, if I hit Control Delete, Control D, it deselects, and that's the final project right there, right? So I actually like how it looks all on its own without me even I really want the shoulders to be filled in, but it's all right though. It's all right. Ty, look at your baby. You see your baby? What do you think about the cover, Ty? You like that? It's sharp, right? I really wish the shoulders were filled out right here. I was trying to use regenerative fill to use that. Oh, you know why? Because I have it masked. Now I'm about to be extra. Hold on. I'm about to be extra. Hold on. I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Oh no, I just deleted everything. Are you kidding me? Control Z. There we go. You love it? I love it too. I'm going to use AI to see if I can fill in the shoulders. I actually just realized why it's not doing it. And it's because this piece right here is masked. So let me see. If I did, usually my crop tool would do it. But my crop tool has been acting up. I don't know why it's not giving me my grid to crop. So I had to do it like I did yesterday. Go to the canvas, which is the layer behind the photo, And I'm going to add the width. I'm going to add the width, let's say 1650. Oh, come on, numbers locked. 1650. And it's not doing it. Let's see if I can. I don't know if it's going to do it or not. Regenerative fill. See if I can actually add to that shoulder over there. I should delete the background first, the circle. I think it's going to try it. Let me see if it'll try it. It actually is filling it out. You see that? I'm extending the shirt, right? Isn't that something? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not messing this guy up. You see how that works though? That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to extend this out again. We're going to add, hold on. It's not going to work that way. I have to, let me group it first. Let me take this guy and that guy, and I'm going to merge visible to keep those together. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to extend this out a little bit more to see if I can work with that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. My plus symbol is there. Extend that out about here. Let me bring this down. This is taking, oh, what just happened? Hold on. Plus. Okay. It's for some reason, this software, I've been giving you high praises, Restream. Come on now. Come on now. A lot of my features aren't even acting right now that I'm going live. All right, so Restream, we need to do better. You can call a little bit of frustration over here today, the last 3 days. All right, so here we go. And the point of when you're doing regenerative fill, you want to get a part of the picture that you want it to fill out, right? So then from here, see how I actually have the edges overlap where I want to extend out. So from here, let's see what it does. Hit regenerative fill. I'm not going to add any text. And let's see what it does. It did good though. It did good on the, oh, look at that. What? And which is cool is that it actually gives different versions, right? That looks normal. What you think, Ty? You like that? I don't like that. I think the shoulder right here is too sharp. That looks somewhat normal. I like that one too, though. Which one you think, Ty? Number 1, number 2, number 3? That's his mom online. She's watching. I could also have it do another fill to have more options. I think I like this one the best though, because I like how this shoulder rolls off on the right. So I think we're going to go with this one, Ty. What you think? I asked you what you think, and I just told you what we're going to go with, right? Okay, we agree. I like this is number 1 right here. I just asked you which one, and I said, all right, we're going to go with this one. Okay, so from here, we're going to select subject, and then I'm going to mask it again. I'm going to merge. I just merged everything, and I'm going to mask it. I like it too. All right, so boom. So now we're back here again. So I'm going to add the circle in the back. I'm going to bump him up where I get the shoulders now. This is exactly what I was looking for. See what it's like to be a creative? Part of the whole creation process with being a creative for me is when you ask yourself, can this be better? And then you have the ability to make it better. Knowing that you have the ability to make it better, it's like, well, why not make it better if you can make it better? You know, even if it takes a little bit of extra time, do exactly what you envision. You know what I mean? Bring it to life. Like that's the whole purpose of learning this thing. So that's the final right there. We have full shoulders. which is good. It's good enough, right? It's good enough. A few specks right here. Let me fill that in really fast. Did I freeze up? Here we go. Okay, I need you to catch up, Photoshop. Now you're slowing down. I have a bunch of apps. I have a bunch of things running at the same time. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to close. I'm going to fill that out with my burn tool. Just these black specks. I could actually just use, let me do my clone. My clone stamp. Yeah, I'll go with my clone stamp. The clone stamp just takes a sample of whatever you select, and then it kind of fills in whatever space that you want to fill in. All right. Just like that. And it has a small speck like right here. All right, so now this looks about right. It looks normal. Looks good enough to me. Go to my burn tool again, see if I can burn around these edges. It's good enough to me. All right, so that's Tyler. That's complete. That's the process. That's it right there. That's the process. Boom, that's finished. So now I'm going to export as, it should automatically come up as PNG, which gives you a transparent background. Again, there's a difference between PNG and JPEG. JPEG will actually close out the background, where it'll solidify the background and add a solid background to it. But if you edit on a transparent background, you need to have it in JPEG. So everything from logos to graphic designs should always be exported on a PNG background, because it's transparent background, right? Makes sense? I think so. All right. These are my covers. We're gonna go the finished site. Yeah, the finished site is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's a full project in itself, you know. Whenever a person select the image or the cover, then it takes them to a separate page with all of their pictures on there. So that way, whoever's watching and whoever's looking, they actually get the full experience of the session. I wish I had a segment on there or enough space where I could have. Let me see which one I want to go to next. Hold on, I'm in my head. Hold on. Where I wish I had a. I don't think I did Sarah. Did I do Sarah? I didn't do Sarah. No. All right, but I wish I had enough space on my website where I could actually do the recap videos and have the full recap videos. And I can. It's going to take up a lot of space though. And what's going to happen, it'll slow my website down if I have too many videos on the site. So that's the thing. This is Sarah. She's into the mental health space. I really love how these came out. This is really, really clean. And it is great as is. So this is Sarah. Same process, select subject. And I already have my settings set up. So instead of going to my select mask here and going to a different screen, I'll hit the mask button down here. And boom, she's off of the background, just like that. All right, so now I'm going to take her, move her over to this page. Let me minimize, close down Tyler. And then I'm going to bring her up here, make her bigger. And I want to compare her with Tyler, which was my last one, which it really does. It matters because you want to be as close as possible without having too much going on. Tyler's shot is different, more of a headshot. So his style is a little bit different. So if you see where his shoulders are versus Sarah's, I could actually blow her up too to do headshots. I like her overall look though. I really do. I think I'll just make her like that. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do it that way. All right, so same process. We have the backdrop, which is the circle, working in layers down here. Go into the box, hold the control button, highlight the circle, go back up, make sure that she is highlighted. And because it's a mask, I'm not using my eraser tool. I'm using a brush to get rid of the rest of her body. So let me scroll down and make sure I see all of her. Then I'm going to hit Control Shift Invert, which gives me access to delete everything outside of the circle, because everything inside of the circle is the subject that's selected. So this is my process. That's pretty much it. All right. Make sure it's cleaned up underneath. Go back to my zoom tool, boom, and boom. That's it. That's it. What do you guys think? I think her eyes, I need to get around her pupils because, give me 1 second. So I'm going to my camera raw setting and let me zoom in a little bit on her. Then I'm going to go to my mask section. Again, the camera raw is just like Lightroom. For those of you guys that are familiar with the terms but don't know what I'm talking about. Camera raw is just like Lightroom and Photoshop, pretty much. And I can individually highlight. Is it working on the can y'all see all of this? Yeah. So I can individually highlight parts of her body that I want to focus on. See the face, got the skin of the body. We have the eyebrows, the sclera, the iris, pupil, the lips. I can bring the lips out more, the hair, focus on that, or just focus on the clothes. Right now, I just want to focus on the scleras, which is the outer parts of her pupils. See how that's lit up red? I'll hit the create button. Usually for this, I will just adjust the shadows because it's more on the shadows. Some people will say, no, you go to the saturation, but it's already saturated, desaturated because there's no color to it. I'll adjust the shadows and then I'll bump up the white to kind of bring a balance to it. You see the difference? Yeah, let me show y'all the difference. You see the difference? That's the difference. This is kind of grayed out, and that's more of a natural look with the eye. You can see the difference. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, boom. It's the small things, man, the little details. I like that a lot better though. That looks really, really clean. Really, really clean. Even the hair looks great. A little fuzzy on the outside, but I think that'll still work. And I have to figure out, I don't know if I'm going to go with a white, maybe a dark gray background color for the website. We'll get there when we get there. But anyway, she's done. So I'm going to export her, export as copyright and contact, of course, and PNG because it's a transparent background, and an export. She's in the finals now. She's in the finals. All right. Last number. Boom. Next. I feel like I'm getting comfortable with this thing all over again. You know, my first video, I was all over the place when I was nervous. My first and second video, I was nervous. I was figuring this thing out on the spot. I was, and then when I get nervous, I'll stutter bad. And then I'm like repeating the same words and using a lot of filler words and some of everything, man. It gets bad. Let's see if I can get Santia and her husband set up here. This is one of my favorites right here too. This was a great shot. I could actually crop them out here, but first I think I need the top of her hair. Let me go to my images because my crop isn't acting right. Adjust my height. I'm going to go 20/30 on the height, which gives chat, let me go. Matter of fact, I could actually just bump the picture down. No, it's locked. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can just move the actual picture frame itself, which should give me all of that to work with up top. All right, so let me do it that way. All right, and then I'm going to move this guy. Oh, where's that white coming from? And see, my crop tool isn't working either, which is dumb. But I have this white up here that I need to get rid of. It might be all right. It may be all right. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this white. Perspective crop tool. I use a slice. If I slice it from here, you want me to draw a line? I don't use it. Okay. Okay, there we go. I can work with that. All right, y'all. I'm learning on the spot. I've never used a splice tool before, but I could imagine that I should be able to manually adjust that, but it's not allowing me to do anything. See that white bar? I'm trying to get rid of that white bar. That's the problem. And my crop tool isn't doing it like it's supposed to. I did an update the other day and it changed up some of my settings for some reason. So now I have to figure this thing out because I need to crop that to get AI to delete this white part here. Delete splice. Nope. Edit slice option, divide slice. Divide horizontally. See if that works. Nope. And then when I try to bring that down like it's supposed to, it's all, oh, you know what? Nope, still the same thing. I took the magnet off, which I thought would let me bring that down by itself. Hold on. Troubleshooting on the spot. Hold on, y'all. It ain't working. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just go without it being cropped like that. What I'll do is I will hit my select. Let's start over. Photoshop. With these updates, for some reason, look, and it's back how it was. What if I just add it to it now? Let's see if it would do it. 1 second, y'all. See, I don't have that. Oh, you know what? I think I figured it out. Image, let's adjust the canvas side again. Height, we're going to do 2050 on a canvas. And it's doing that again for some reason. But let me just work over on top of that and see what happens. It may give me what I'm looking for. Let's try that. We're learning on the fly, y'all. Let me see who else is on. Who's on TikTok here? Everybody good on TikTok? Well, TikTok. Let's see what we have here. Everybody good on TikTok? Hit the like button for me, everybody. Hit the like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Let me see my Instagram. Let me check my Instagram here. Oh, that's fly. I like that, y'all. Good shots. Hit that like button for me, everybody. I appreciate it. Hit the like button for me. All right. So with this one, I'm going to do, oh, it did it for me. Look at that. It added to a hair because the hair was cut off. Y'all see that? See, now that's different. It gave me a solid instead of a transparent, but it worked. It worked. Nice. All right. So I'm going to merge these two, and then I'm going to select select the mask. Hold on. See object. So I need to go to my select tool first. That's why. Had the wrong tool. Here we go. Mask. Now we have that. I'm going to take this, bring you into this layer. I like that, y'all. Y'all so freaking dope. This relationship here gave me hope, man. This is good. Crop y'all just like that. I like that right there. That's fly. That is fly. Yes, sir. All right, control on the object. Invert on the subject. And then delete the rest. Let me get my brush because I'm using the mask. But you guys see the process, and this is pretty much all I'm working on today. And I'm going to get all of these finished. So when we come back tomorrow, we'll be on to the next thing. And I'll try my best to start creating covers and scheduling the posts so that create covers and scheduling the posts. Oh, I didn't get the shoulder right here. Hold on. Control invert. And I'll start scheduling the post so you guys know that I'm going live and it's not a surprise because I know it's been a bit. I started off in a bit like just kind of on a random, but I would definitely want to make sure. I like that, y'all. Look at that. All right, so let me do this. I'm going to do this, that camera raw. I'm just going to whiten the teeth just a little bit. That's all. Not saying y'all have bad teeth. Y'all got beautiful, beautiful smiles. Beautiful smiles, beautiful teeth. Just for the aesthetic of that black background really brings everything out. So yeah, let me do that. Create two separate. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be separate. I don't know why they do that. Two separate masks for just the teeth. And create. Now we could desaturate. This is where desaturate plays a part. Look at that quality, man. That freaking quality is everything. Praise God. So this is Johnny. See the difference with his teeth? It's Johnny. It's just when you really put the focus in on it. Like I said, in my editing, the slide adjuster, I never really go anything more than -50. And that's on an extreme case to kind of get exactly what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to do Santillas here. But yeah, so it's never really, usually I stay around a -25 point, which still comes out pretty good. Kind of like that 43 though, and 40. I stick at 40 for her too. That looks natural. Good. All right. Okay. All right. That's it. Little small imperfections. But the picture is perfect though. The picture is perfect. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to stay up for a little bit and I'm going to get all of these done. That's pretty much my time. I have to do better with this stuff because I know it seems like the very first half of our lives have been like troubleshooting. So I'll be working on figuring this thing out. It just seems like every day is something new, something different. But I really like these though. I want to see maybe if I might delete a hair right here because of that, how it's lit up. Then I'm going to delete all this right here. Yeah, I'll delete that. But yeah, so I'm going to finish these up and just want to say thank y'all, man. Appreciate you guys for joining. This has been fun. I'm learning, I'm growing on the spot. Let me go back to my restream so I can close out with everybody. Let me stop sharing. But yeah, I'm learning on the spot and I'm figuring this thing out. I'm really figuring this thing out, and it's been pretty good. The journey's been amazing. I'm working on my light setup. I had an additional light situation here. It wasn't looking good only because it was too much light coming inside. So let me show you guys first. I really want to try to pull something off with some kind of backlight. So I don't know if I did like a blue light and it just wasn't bright enough for the picture behind me. I guess it could. It could work. It actually could work. I had to offset it though, and then I'm getting hit with the light. I don't know, but I'm working on the situation, my setup, trying to make it look better. Usually, a little bit of a light, a color splash with the lighting is always a beautiful thing. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Read only. I have to figure out this restream situation though. We're gonna figure this thing out. We're gonna make it work. So thank you all. God bless you guys. I will be live again tomorrow at 4 p.m. So tune in. I have some time now that I could just kind of like really, really just kind of hone in and get caught up on some stuff and knock out a bunch of these projects and stuff right now. So my head is underwater right now because I have the end goal in mind. I'm not super active on social media at the moment. This is my priority with just getting this website situation finished. But for everybody that's been watching, all the love, all the support, I'm super, super appreciative for every last one of y'all. Stay tuned. This is my journey to get this website complete. This is my process to connect and stay connected. I apologize for getting distant because I'm good for that. I'm a Taurus. I'm a good Taurus. I'm a good Taurus. But definitely stay tuned. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 p.m. All right. So create a beautiful day, everybody. It is, what time is it? It is Wednesday, 5:18 p.m. It is yours truly, Lamore Decina, aka Mr. ASTP Photography, owner of A Storytellers Promotions and Photography, which is the abbreviation. I need to start opening up with that. But thank y'all. Appreciate it. And I'm excited about this process and getting this website done. So have a good